Frozen 2 has been a hit with both adults and kids alike, and although the movie has plenty of slapstick comedy for little ones to enjoy, it also includes some eyebrow-raising, grown-up jokes and references as well. Yippee-ki-yay movie lovers, I'm Jan, and in this video I'm revealing the 12 most surprising and shocking adult gags and details that Disney's animators snuck into Frozen 2.
Come on, it'll be fun!
There will be some spoilers ahead, so take care if you haven't seen the movie yet.
It began with two sisters.
When Kristoff sings about proposing to Anna during Some Things Never Change, he gets down on one knee and holds up a ring directly in front of Sven, who nods vigorously in reply. But it's the reaction of the onlookers to the scene that makes this a priceless adult joke, as they clearly think that Kristoff has taken his theory that reindeer are better than people a step too far and is actually asking one to marry him. One horrified woman puts her hand in front of her young daughter's eyes to stop her seeing what's happening, while another woman not only turns her head away from Kristoff and Sven, but as an extra precaution also blocks her eyes with her hand. This isn't the first time the unusual connection between Kristoff and Sven has been referred to in the Frozen franchise. In the first movie, the trolls poked fun at their special relationship when they sang the Fixer Upper song, which included Kristoff's various flaws, such as his thing with the reindeer that's a little outside of nature's laws.
That's normal.
In Frozen 2, Kristoff is of course devoted to Anna, but the new movie still has some funny callbacks to the original movie's romantic tension between the pair. For example, Elsa and Olaf fall asleep on their cart ride to the Enchanted Forest, and as soon as Anna notices they're no longer awake, she asks Kristoff what he'd like to do. It's clear from both her tone and body language when she asks the question, and the fact that she leans in for a kiss, that she's got lovin' on her mind. And then when Kristoff, Olaf and Sven get all dressed up in fancy outfits for a special occasion at the end of the movie, Kristoff just isn't comfortable with his new clothes and tells Anna, "You get this for 1 hour." That's when Anna whispers her rather racy reply to him, "That's okay, I prefer you in leather anyway."
Charmed, I'm sure.
That's followed by even more double entendres as Olaf's innocent comment to Kristoff that "I'm shocked you can last an hour" will doubtless be understood by some adults watching as a reference to something other than the character's smart new clothes, especially given Anna's previous statement about leather.
Don't patronize me.
After the gang encounter the wind spirit in the Enchanted Forest, it lifts Olaf up in the air, twirling him around playfully, and as he whirls around, his bottom half billows out around him like a dress caught in the breeze. This is a tribute to the iconic scene in director Billy Wilder's film The 7-Year Itch, where Marilyn Monroe's white dress blows up around her after a blast of air from a subway grate. And Olaf even remarks that the breezy experience is delicious, just like Monroe did in the 1955 classic comedy about marital infidelity.
Isn't it delicious?
Later, when Olaf first introduces himself to the people trapped in the forest, Ryder gasps and hides behind his sister Honey Marin.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Olaf.
Although Ryder's clearly shocked to meet a talking snowman, that never occurs to Olaf, who thinks the problem is something quite different.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just find clothes restricting.
Yes, Olaf believes that Ryder's so stunned when they meet because he thinks the little snowman isn't wearing any clothes. So now we know for sure that despite the 3 stones resembling buttons on his front, Olaf actually prefers to go au naturel. Just before we get to Elsa's hilarious adult moment in Frozen 2, I want to let you know that thanks to this video's sponsor NordVPN, all our viewers can get a very special Black Friday deal of 84% off, plus 4 bonus months for free, and free access to the NordLocker file encryption app by visiting nordvpn.com/flicks or tapping the link in the video description. Frozen 2 pokes fun at a particularly iconic moment from the first movie, after Elsa's Show Yourself song, Atta Harlan reveals memories to her of past events, including childhood games with Anna and the Duke of Weselton dancing. But when she sees the memory of herself strutting her stuff during Let It Go, it makes her visibly cringe. It's an amusing moment of Elsa feeling embarrassed at the actions of her younger self, something many adults will be able to relate to. But there's a second level to this joke, as not only is it about having outgrown your younger self, it may also be a wink to those in the audience who saw or heard that song so many times it ended up driving them crazy. That same moment from Let It Go was also parodied earlier in the sequel when Olaf imitated Elsa's signature self-assured sachet during a game of charades.
Oh, Elsa!
The sequel also remedies complaints from fans that Kristoff never got a full song of his own in the first movie.
Reindeers are better than people. Sven,
Why is love so hard?
This time Kristoff gets to belt out his very own love song called Lost in the Woods. It's all about his struggles to move forward in his relationship with Anna, and there's plenty about this new musical number that's aimed specifically at adults. There's the whole retro style of the song, which is basically a take on 80s power ballads. According to Kristen Anderson-Lopez, one half of the husband and wife songwriting team behind Frozen's mega hits, the 1980s was that brief moment in music when men were allowed to sing those big power ballads and to be vulnerable while doing it. Personally, when I watched the film, Lost in the Woods had a strong feel of Peter Cetera and Chicago's 80s power ballads like Glory of Love, the theme for The Karate Kid Part 2, and of You're the Inspiration, which featured in Deadpool. But the 80s vibe of Lost in the Woods doesn't end with the music. Kristoff also gets the 80s music video treatment, complete with music video wind for that signature romantic breeze. Between the visuals and the song itself, the Lost in the Woods sequence nicely balances amusing images perfect for a retro music video, with Kristoff's very real sincerity as he sings about his love for Anna. And speaking of classic music videos, it seems the Frozen 2 team had one particularly famous music video in mind when they were animating Lost in the Woods. The way Sven and several other reindeer appear as backing singers around Kristoff during his new power ballad channels the look of the groundbreaking promotional video that Queen made in 1975 for their super hit Bohemian Rhapsody. The British rock band's video has been so influential that it's credited with practically inventing the music video, and many adults in the Frozen 2 audience will immediately spot some of its signature style as Sven and his fellow quadrupeds orbit Kristoff as they provide reindeer harmonies for his lead vocals. Fun fact, as well as voicing Kristoff, actor Jonathan Groff also voices all the reindeer in the song.
You feel what you feel, and those feelings are real. Come on, Kristoff. Let down your guard.
When Elsa and Anna discover their parents' shipwreck in the Enchanted Lands, they wonder why and how their parents ended up there. Anna has the idea to look for answers in the waterproof compartment that every Arendellian ship has, which prompts Olaf to muse, "That's very clever," although it does make me wonder why they don't just make the whole ship waterproof. This is actually a sly joke about aeroplanes and their flight recorders, aka black boxes, which are designed specifically to survive airplane crashes so the flight data they store can be used by accident investigators to determine the cause of a crash. A fact which often leads people to joke, why aren't aeroplanes made from the same material as black boxes? One of the main themes of the film is change and how we adapt to it, and Olaf is a crucial character in getting that point across.
How I wish this could last forever. And yet change mocks us with her beauty.
Olaf was a bundle of innocence when we met him in the first film. However, now instead of dreaming up plans for summertime, Olaf is trying to come to terms with the many changes happening around him.
Tell me, you're older and thus all-knowing. Do you ever worry about the notion that nothing is permanent?
What's especially amusing for adults in the audience is that Olaf really believes that everything he's going through in life in general will all make sense when he's grown up. In fact, Olaf's song When I Am Older includes a lot of lines that adults will doubtless find very funny, such as, "I'll have all the answers when I'm older, when I'm more mature, I'll feel totally secure," and "when you're older, absolutely everything makes sense." Grown-up viewers will find the irony of Olaf's song comical, as they know getting older doesn't always mean you understand everything better. Sometimes things just seem even more ridiculous.
Well, you're the grown-ups, you'd know.
And adults will also laugh because they'll probably remember they thought the same as Olaf when they were kids too. In the 3 years between the events of the two movies, Olaf has been reading and learning a lot, and he drives the other characters a little crazy on their journey north with his fascinating facts that range from the chances of getting struck by lightning to the shape of wombat poop.
Did you know gorillas burp when they're happy?
But the little snowman has even begun to ponder some weightier philosophical questions.
How do you guys cope with the ever-increasing complexity of thought that comes with maturity? Oh, no, don't shoot that. You don't know what I stepped in.
In the Enchanted Forest, when Anna asks Olaf for some help in understanding the mysterious ice sculptures created by Elsa's magic, just before he gets to his water has memory explanation, Olaf mentions his theory about advancing technologies being both our saviour and our doom. Many adults will find this reference both humorous and true, given the real-life benefits and threats that stem from our ever-advancing technological world. Whether that's connecting with friends and accessing information information and entertainment in just a few clicks, or actors brought back from the dead to star in new movies, driverless vehicles, and the rise of artificial intelligence. Perhaps Olaf's philosophical ponderings about technology could even make a funny and informative short series, along the lines of Forky Asks the Question, where Olaf learns, for example, how to stay safe online and protect his privacy. And actually that's something that NordVPN, who offer one of the world's best virtual private networks, could help him with. If you want to secure yourself from hackers, malicious websites, and even your own internet service providers selling your online browsing history to advertisers, then a VPN is essential. A VPN creates a secure, encrypted tunnel between your device and a VPN server, stopping your ISP or any other agencies from tracking you online, reading your emails, private messages, or what websites you're visiting. Unlike free VPNs, Nord is super fast with more than 5,000 servers in over 60 countries, and when I put it to the test, I was still able to get blisteringly fast download speeds over my home connection. NordVPN is also great in helping you bypass any blocks on videos or websites which aren't viewable in your country. With NordVPN, you can quickly pick a server in any country and then browse the internet as if you were there. NordVPN even unlocks Netflix shows that may not be available in your home country. The interface is amazingly intuitive, and you can connect up to 6 devices at the same time, so you can keep your mobile devices and laptops safe whenever you're traveling or using insecure public Wi-Fi in a coffee shop, for example. On top of that, NordVPN offers a unique feature called CyberSec, which provides ad blocking and protection against malware. And Nord has a no-log policy, meaning it doesn't record any of your browsing. With our special Black Friday and Cyber Month deal, NordVPN are offering all our viewers up to 84% off new subscriptions, plus an additional 4 months free and free access to the NordLocker file encryption app. Just visit nordvpn.com/flix or tap the link in the video description to access the offer. For just the price of a monthly cup of coffee, you can secure your internet browsing from spies and hackers. That's nordvpn.com/flix for a huge 84% discount plus 4 months entirely free. Now, what were your favourite moments or jokes in Frozen 2? Let me know in the comments below. Next, tap left to learn all about Elsa's new powers in Frozen 2, or tap right for another video you're sure to like. And if you enjoyed this, remember to share and leave a thumbs up for more videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you next time, yippee-ki-yay movie lovers!